Hey guys, this is Josh at P4S Golf, where we drive golf performance. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about aging and performance. And one of the oldest lines in sports is Father Time is undefeated. And to a large extent, that's really, really true. So there is going to be a drop-off in performance as you age. That is inevitable. What we want to do, and our mission, is to provide golfers with longevity. And we define longevity as being able to play golf at whatever level you deem enjoyable, whether that's playing competitive tournaments or just getting out with your buddies and wanting to play 3 times a week without having a sore back. Whatever level you deem enjoyable for as long as you want to, into your 70s and 80s and beyond. So we want to grant golfers longevity, but there is going to be a little bit of a decline with every kind of decade as in your golf performance. We typically want to look at a couple key areas when it comes to your performance and how to maximize your performance so that you can really actually increase your ability to swing the club faster and be more mobile so you don't hurt yourself as you age. So the first area we want to make sure that we really have is mobility. And you've heard us talk about this before. We got 4 key rotary centers, okay? Number 1 is the neck. Number 2 is your spine. Number 3 are your hips. And number 4 is the shoulders, okay? So those 4 key areas need to be able to rotate. These are non-negotiables on the golf course. You need to be able to rotate around your neck so you can keep your head steady while you're swinging. Okay, so you can keep your eye on the ball without losing posture and leaning towards the target, getting a reverse spine angle. You need to be able to rotate around your thoracic or T-spine so you can make a big wide turn without having to compensate by maybe leaning back or losing posture. And the wider turn you can make, the more distance you're going to have. You need to be able to rotate around your hips so that you can load into the trail leg in the backswing and to unload and release power into the lead side, transfer weight and force into the ground to create speed. And if you don't have that movement in your hips, you're going to compensate at your lower back. And a lack of rotation in your lead hip is our #1 predictor of lower back pain amongst golfers. So do yourself a favor, go to our link in the description and download and check out our free home mobility assessment and see how you do on that hip test, especially for your lead leg. If you don't pass and you have a sore back, we can definitely help you with that. So do the home assessment, okay? Chances are, if you're over the age of 50, you're probably not gonna pass more than 2 of the tests. But that gives you powerful information so you know exactly what you need to work on. Our last rotary center is the shoulders. If you can't get your shoulders rotating so your forearm is greater than your spine angle in your golf posture, means you're probably going to struggle with an over-the-top move with that trail arm because you can't shallow the club. So what we help golfers do is restore mobility to these key areas so you can actually rotate, so your body's not hitting a bunch of roadblocks in your golf swing, so you'll be able to rotate, you'll be able to swing through and stay balanced. Have you ever had the problem of kind of falling over in your backswing or not being able to get onto your lead side? It's not because you just have poor balance. It's because your body's hitting roadblocks in these key rotary centers and you just can't continue rotating. And if you keep trying to swing through, you'll probably fall over. So your brain is going to say, let's not fall over, and I'll just kind of stop short and not follow through because I don't have the mobility here to actually rotate all the way through in these key areas. So make sure you do the home mobility assessment and see if there's any key areas where you're restricted. That's priority #1. That is going to allow you to play, practice. It's going to allow you to swing faster because your body doesn't have these roadblocks. So assessing and prioritizing mobility is 1. Number 2 is power. So how fast do you swing the club? Club head speed is our primary performance metric. If you can move the club faster, you should be able to create more ball speed, which is going to lead to longer drives, which we all want. Your golf professional, your swing coach is probably going to look at ball speed as their performance metric because that tells us how efficiently you're transferring that club head speed into the ball. So it's important to have good technique, but we need to get your overall horsepower up as a golfer so that you're swinging faster. Typically, on average, we're going to see about and these are rough numbers, but about 113 miles per hour okay? About 50th percentile approximately for someone in their 20s, okay? Every decade we go, all right? So there is, like I said, Father Time's undefeated. There's going to be a bit of a drop-off. When we get into your 30s, you're going to probably dip below that 110 mark, and you're going to be right around 108, okay? Again, these are averages, or this is around 50th percentile for this age group, 30 to 39. In your 40s, again, we're going to drop down another 5 miles an hour, about 103. Okay? Once you get into your 50s, you're going to dip below that 100-mile-an-hour mark, and that's what we see very commonly is guys in their 50s and up saying, yeah, I'm only hitting a 200 to 225 off the tee. This is the big group because you're getting under that 100-mile-an-hour mark. And once you get into the 60 and 70 group, we're going to get into the low 90s, okay? So with every decade, you can see about a 5-mile-an-hour drop-off in your club head speed. That's going to be inevitable. However, if we prioritize mobility and we increase your overall strength and power so that you can jump higher, you can throw further, we can increase strength. So if we increase that, by the end of, say, your 50s, say you're 55 now, and you train for 5 years, by the end of this, you might go from 95 to 99 or 100 miles an hour. So at the end of this decade, you're actually, when you go into your 60s, you're going to be ahead of your peers. So the key to longevity and slowing down that decrease in performance with age is making sure, one, we address those mobility concerns, and number two, make sure we have enough strength and power so that you can move the club faster as you age. So if you continue to work on strength, power, and mobility, you'll be able to hit the ball further, hit it further than people your age, and do so without getting hurt and without getting injured. You're going to be able to enjoy the game. Hope you found this video helpful and interesting. Again, make sure you do that home assessment for the 4 Rotary Centers. Let us know how you did. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.